Guys, welcome to a quickie upper body workout. For this one, we're going to be doing 3 movements that cover most of the muscle groups in the upper body. You're going to need 2 dumbbells and about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's just quickly warm up the upper body. So just stay where you are if you're standing. If you're not, then get up onto your feet. Arms open. We're going to give ourselves a little hug and then squeeze those shoulder blades together as we pull those arms apart. So a few more of these arm hugs to squeezes, a couple more. And then we're going to take it into arm circles. So bring those arms up so that they're fairly close to the ears. Really reach back as far as you can and then back the way you came, reaching back, swooping it round to your hips. We're going to do a couple more of these. Big stretch back and then forwards. Lovely. And one more. And then bring it back. We're going to do a little bend over now. So just go into a little bit of a hip hinge. Palms together, and then we're just going to pull back and like squeeze those shoulders at the bottom together. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to do 4 more. So up, squeeze shoulder blades together and try and pull them down. Come down. Good. Up, squeeze shoulders together so it just gets those muscles on the back. A little bit more active. Did I say one more?
One more. That's it, one more.
Say one more. Perfect. And then a little roll down so you can stay where you are, feet underneath your hips. Soften your knees though, we don't want locked knees. Just going to get some movement through the spine a little bit more. So rolling down, pulling yourself back to stand, restacking each vertebrae. We're going to do 2 more of these. Again, rolling down, reaching down towards the floor with the fingers, pulling yourself back up slowly. And one more. And then pull yourself back up, and then we are going to get into our workout. So grab both dumbbells. We're going to go into a bent over row, but from a slightly staggered stance, which is a bit kinder on the back. So take 1 foot back, and then we're going to kind of bend forward, hinge at the hips. I want you to really try and pull your shoulders back and down, stick your bum back a bit. Now with both weights, we're going to pull them towards our hips. So really try and pull the elbows like back. And think about the shoulder blades at the bottom, squeezing together as you pull back. That's it, perfect. So everything is for 30 seconds this morning. And as I said, 3 rounds. So just try and keep going for these last 5 seconds. Give me 1 or 2 more reps. Awesome. So we keep hold of the dumbbells and we go into a push press. So let me do 1 or 2 demos. We want the weights just above the shoulders. We do a tiny drop, tiny bend in the knees and hips, and then explosively extend those arms above to the ceiling. So tiny drop and then up. Slowly bring it back down. Tiny drop, explode. So a little bit faster as we push those weights to the ceiling. Up, core engaged as we press as well. Try not to go into a really big back bend. So keep those ribs stacked on top of the hips. As many as you can manage. If you can do the 30 seconds, then great. If it gets a bit tricky and the form is ugly, then it's time to put down your weight. So we're going to take 1 weight. We're going to finish the first circuit, this little quickie, with tricep extension. So I'm going to show you from the side. Head just comes forward a little. We flex at the elbow and then extend. So the weight comes down behind the back of the head towards the neck, and then all the way up, behind, all the way to the back of the neck and up. Try not to move the upper arms too much so they stay nice and straight. So all the movement just comes from bending the elbow and dropping the weight towards the back of the neck and then extending. And you should get a good burn in those triceps, back of the arms. Perfect. 1 round done. So we go back into bent over row. So grab both dumbbells for me again here. Doesn't really matter which leg is back or forward. It doesn't, because it's not a leg exercise, but just for balance,
swap it over.
You can swap the legs over each time. You might get a little bit of work through that front leg as we hold, but it's not really about the legs on this one. It's about working those upper back muscles. So remember to sort of pull the weights towards the hips. We want to stick the butt back, make sure you're nice and flat. You're not too upright either. I see a lot of people kind of rowing from that upright position. So really want to be bent over so we get the work for the right muscles. Last one. Good. And then push press. So this is mainly for like arms and shoulders. So you'll get most of the work through your boulder shoulders.
Boulder shoulders.
So feet about shoulder or hip distance apart, soft bend, and then extend nice and quickly. And I'm going to show you from the side what I mean about the kind of back. We don't want to be doing this, which kind of happens sometimes when we don't realise. So when we press up, ribs over hips, so we're nice and aligned through that midsection, which keeps us a lot safer. We're not working the lower back unnecessarily and putting extra strain through these muscles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop one weight, going into tricep extension. So we want to just start with that weight up here. Again, a little side on view. You want the elbows to stay where they are, and we're just bending the weight to the back of the neck, straight back up. You might need to just drop the head forward a little so we don't bash ourselves on the top of the head. Extend the arms, slowly back. Extend the arms. You might feel this in the shoulders as we've just worked the shoulders, so you might be getting a little fatigue through there. That's okay. This is hurting my shoulders and my arms.
Yeah, it's starting to burn me.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so coming into our last round, we can often row. If you have access to different weights, then you know this would be your kind of more meaty, heavy exercise. So bend right over, almost like you're trying to get your belly onto your thigh. Pull the weights, and with the back, make sure that there's no rounding, so that butt's not curled under. And then you'll feel that a bit more through that upper back area. So pull the weights towards the hips, squeeze shoulders, release. Pull the weights towards the hips, squeeze shoulders. Make sure you are bent over enough. The amount of times I do see women doing this one, giving me a demo, and they're not bent over enough. So finish that one there. And then we go into push press next. Just a little 8-second take a breath break. 5.
2 exercises and then it's done.
Yeah, 2 exercises. We weren't joking, we weren't messing when we said it's a quickie.
It's a quickie.
No, we don't play games here. We just get on with it and we get it done. Yeah, this is the exercise you might have to drop the weights a little, but because we're using a bit of push, you can kind of get away with maybe a little bit of a heavier weight. Just play around with what you've got. Obviously, if you're a beginner and you've only got access to one weight, that's fine. Just nail the technique. And then once you feel like you can do the exercises with a bit of ease and you're not really getting close to failure, then it's time to invest in some heavier weights. You know the drill. We're here to build muscle, not stay in like a kind of comfort zone. So dropping that weight to the back of the head, back of the neck, extending the arms and up.
Oh my God, this is burning so much today.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. 10 more seconds.
And that's it, you are done.
Keep going.
Done for the day.
I've given you a bit of a beastie last 2 exercises because they're both shoulders and arms. Okay, we're done. We're just going to do a little cool down. So I want you to stay where you are, chuck the weights down, put your hand this side of your head, just one. And we're going to reach this arm down and we're just going to pull the neck. We're not going to pull it off, just gently pull it over to one side. And we just try to pull that opposite shoulder down and away from the ear. So kind of reaching the knuckles towards the floor. Just stay here for 2 deep breaths. And then exactly the same on the other side. Reach that hand towards the floor, lightly pull onto the side of the head. This is such a nice stretch.
Oh, it's lovely,
isn't it?
It's lovely.
And just hold in for 1 more deep breath. Good. And then I want you to take both hands and just reach them behind you, like you're trying to actually touch the knuckles together behind your back. Just holding that there. And then reach forward, interlock your fingers, and just try and pull your shoulder blades apart so you can make the ugliest spine you've ever made. and then just give everything a shake and you are all done. Nice work.